All right.
Yo, you know what it is? Your boy Jay Cruz got my man Kodak. We back.
Hey, effing around podcast. We are back. We took a little break, but had some. Hey, man, we had some things go on, some technical difficulties. You had a baby.
Seems like you're blaming me, Kodak.
Not really. I mean, I had some stuff going on in my life too. I had a little hiccup, but
That's right.
we're back. We're back.
We're back.
Yeah.
We're gonna get straight into it. A lot of things going on. Shout out to all our fans who've been asking for the podcast.
Shout out.
Back.
Shout out.
Officially back.
Man. People been calling me, asking me, man, just, hey, when y'all coming back? When you coming back? When you coming back? So I said, hey, let me get with Jay Cruz and we get that work in.
That's right. And we back. I want to let you put that up right there for you, because we are going to talk about the Cowboys, and I wanted you to know that I put that right there.
We can start off.
Just for you. You want to start off with the Cowboys? Let's start off with the Cowboys.
We can.
15. Let me start the timer. Make sure we're on track here. 15 minutes for each
definitely.
topic. We're going to try to squeeze in 3 topics. Talk to me about the Cowboys.
Well, we have an inconsistent quarterback. No. He has been consistent on throwing picks almost every game, and he's missed 6 games and still led the league in interceptions in the season. So I don't know how he
led the league in interceptions.
Yes, sir. Sir.
That's tough.
Yeah, I know it's horrible, but we'll be back, man. I'm not ready to give up on him yet.
That was going to be my question, because Ron Murray on the DD in the morning, he does sports. Right. He was saying y'all paid him too much money to give up on him. I was like, could you have went further with Cooper Rush?
I mean, that's opinion. You know what I mean? Right. But we paid Dak to do a job. We wanted to get our money's worth out of him. Unfortunately, even with him leading the league in picks, we still went to the second round of the playoffs. We almost got to the NFC division game. We were not at home as early as Pittsburgh, but that's
I was gonna say on the Cowboys' behalf, you did last longer than the Steelers did this year.
Yes, we did.
But let's be honest, in the past 20 years, we made the playoffs almost every year. You guys barely, the past 20 years, I want to say, and I'm guessing here again, I'm not a sports professional, but I'm just saying we made the playoffs the last 15 times out of 20 years. You guys made the playoffs, what, 4? I don't know.
So y'all making the playoffs
something crazy like that.
So y'all making the playoffs every year without a Super Bowl. That's like having a lot of teeth with no toothbrush.
Is that what that is like?
Yeah.
What's it like not even making the playoffs then, Kodak? What's that?
Just don't have teeth.
Oh, you don't even have teeth to start off with. At least we have teeth.
Yeah, that's cool.
At least we have teeth, buddy.
That's cool.
Huh? Right.
That's cool. But like I said, we made it farther than y'all this year. So you cannot use that this year. We made it further than y'all this year, bro. Sorry. Y'all went home early, like really early. Y'all didn't even make it.
Really early? What are you talking about?
Really early. Were y'all even in the wild card?
The only reason we did make it, because Bucks made it and they were 8-9 or some crazy shit. We were 9-8, won our last couple games because Pickens started doing his thing. I have some faith in that guy. He looks pretty good. And we did a little something. Tomlin, no losing seasons for the black head coach in the NFL, which there's only 2. Shout out to the Steelers for being one of the most progressive football teams in the NFL.
That's nice.
That's nice. Supporting Obama. One of the biggest Obama supporters.
We're talking about
the
football.
Rooney Rule, which gives minorities an opportunity, is named after our owners.
Oh my God.
The Rooney Rule. Your owner is what? Participating in pep rallies to keep black people from going into schools.
Hey, man, he was 14 years old. At that time, that was what it was at that time.
Why? Every white kid in that neighborhood wasn't there. But your owner was.
Yeah, he was. But no one, that's not just because he was there. That doesn't make him play a role.
No.
He wasn't there like, because it was just a picture. How do you know?
You're right.
Right. So I can't blame him for that. It's a lot of black guys that say he changed their lives. He has a black quarterback. If that's the case, he just wouldn't even hire black people, period. He'll go get a white quarterback, because typically white quarterbacks are supposedly better than black ones. So he wouldn't even hire a black. He go get a white one and pay him a lot of money. He wouldn't get a half breed and pay him a lot of money.
Did you just call Dak a half breed? That's terrible.
Well, he's half.
He's half and half. He is.
He's half and half. So I just speak the truth. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
But anyway, the Cowboys made it to the second round.
A lot of people say I look like Dak. People tell me all the time you look like Dak, and I'm like,
a lot of people lie.
Nathaniel Prescott, his dad, who I hung out with a couple times, said it himself. He's like, yeah, you do resemble Dak a little bit. I mean, he's bigger than me, obviously, but what's that?
A lot of people lie. A lot of people lie to your face.
I don't think so. Anyway, so I don't know if you know. Before I moved to the Berg, my favorite football team in the first place, before any other
the Cowboys.
No, it was not the Cowboys.
It wasn't.
It was the San Francisco 49ers. Before I moved to Pittsburgh and fell in love with the Berg, I was a San Francisco 49er fan.
I can see that.
When y'all played this, what was that? Sunday, Saturday, so whatever. I was cheering for San Fran. I'm sorry, I gotta admit that I was. There was something, and I'm still cheering for Dallas sometimes because I've been in the D for so long. Dallas has done so much for me that I feel like there's times that I find myself cheering for the Dallas Cowboys. When y'all beat the Bucs, I wore a jersey. You saw that, right? I put on the jersey. I was like, "Thank you." You sat Brady down.
What you should have.
What a moment, right?
What a moment.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
But there was something about that game that I found myself cheering for San Fran. I don't want to apologize for that. I really do, because I don't live in San Francisco. I have nothing to do with Cali.
Thank you. Apology not accepted, but thank you.
Not accepted? Not at all. But I did find myself cheering for them, and then they lost. So
well, look, this is the reason why we lost the game. Dak's inconsistent. One, he threw 2 picks, but I think the kicker affected that game. We don't go for it. We don't go for it on when we right. It affected the coaching strategy. We don't go for it on 4th and 5 without that kicker. You know what I mean? If we knew we had faith in him that he was going to make that field goal, we don't go for it. Then in that same series of events, Tony Pollard gets hurt. That makes us one-dimensional because Zeke's not living up to his big contract.
That's tough. He breaking his leg is tough. That was tough. A lot of people said that was really the turn of the game.
That was the turn of the game. We become one-dimensional.
Right. You could have kept running the ball. You could have, and that's technically that one drive is what beat y'all. That 90-yard drive or whatever.
The game was close the whole game. And 9-6, 9-9.
Right.
It was pretty much close the whole game.
Got to give it to them Cowboys. That defense was phenomenal.
The defense was phenomenal. So we built off that.
The running game is what beat you in that.
Mike McCarthy should come back. He had 2 12-win seasons. How do you fire him after that? He should come back. Yeah. I give Dak one more chance.
That's it.
I'm calling Jerry myself.
Thanks, sir.
One more chance, and I'm calling him myself, bro. Because I'm tired of it. You know what I mean? Tired of it. I've been a Cowboy fan for far too long. All my life, I've been going through this, man. It's affecting my life. You know what I mean? It's really affecting my life.
Did you see the videos of how many people broke their TVs?
Broke TVs, bro. Yeah, I saw that. I saw people tripping.
To me, that's stupid, though. To me, that's stupid.
To break your own
NFL
shit?
players, they can buy 13 TVs. Don't break your own shit because they can't win a fucking game.
Burn a jersey, okay. Burn a jersey, make a statement.
I'm not burnt. That Des Bryant jersey I had, the one I wore, that's an authentic
jersey. I'm not burning. Yeah.
I'm not burning.
You burn one of them Academy T-shirt joints. Like go to Academy, get one of those $15 joints and burn that.
I'll burn that. I'm not burning authentic NFL jersey.
No, I paid them $200.
Well, I got it free from Nike because.
Oh no.
J. Cruz or whatever.
J. Cruz or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not burning it. I'm not, and even though he's not on the team anymore, doesn't play anymore, still not burning it.
Right. I got a Des Bryant jersey myself, man. I think he's an honorary Cowboy. I think he should retire the Cowboy. Period.
And I'll say this on your bet: it was a catch.
It was a catch.
It was a catch.
It was a catch. I live
you
on.
You almost didn't know. You was like slow on that. Come on, you're supposed to be a little.
No. I caught it, and it took me a while. Sometimes.
It was a catch. It was a catch. I definitely give it to him. It was a catch.
Yeah.
But so Cowboys lose again.
Again.
Yeah. So predictions for who's gonna make it?
I think I don't know. I think like I said, I think we give Dak another shot at it.
Boy,
Starting
I am talking
quarterback.
about the teams that are left in the NFL right now. I'm not talking about next
Okay,
year.
okay. I'm
We're
stuck on the
going to the Super
Cowboys.
Bowl.
I
That's
love
your
them.
thing. We're going
Yeah,
to the Super Bowl. Every
I
year you're
love them.
going to the Super Bowl. Let
No,
that
no,
shit
no,
go.
no,
Let it
no, no, no,
go.
no.
Let it
In the
go,
years
cut.
of you, in the years of you knowing me, in the years of you knowing I'm a Cowboys fan, you've never heard those words come out of my mouth. I'm a realist. I'm not
All
just a
right.
fan. I'm a
All right.
realist. If we don't, I go game by game because I know I've been a Cowboys fan long enough to know that
That
they'll
they
build you
will
up to break
disappoint,
you
huh?
down. They will disappoint you. I have faith in my team, but it's just nah, nah.
Oh,
I have
look
to.
what's in the, look behind you. Oh, they were just showing clips of the game.
Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Damn, they're showing clips of the game. I do think Joe Burrow and the Bengals might go all the way. I think Burrow is like the future of the NFL, bro. And he's in the same division with the Steelers, so that kind of hurts my heart to even say that because I feel like he's going to be a problem for us.
I think he is. He is. I can't take anything away from Joe Burrow, but
he's a problem.
Jalen Hurts. Even though I hate Philly because we're rivals.
EAGLES. Here goes.
Why?
You know, because I'm from Pennsylvania.
Are you okay?
It's like the whole, even though I'm not saying I'm from Philly, I spent some time in Philly, but I had Philly friends and, it's just, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Philly is the same,
bro. Jalen Hurts is the truth. He's been playing this is a great year for him. Yeah. So I think, and then I love Patrick Mahomes.
And I like Patrick.
Come on,
I'm going to say the Bengals go beat the Chiefs, and the Eagles are going to beat San Fran, and I think it's going to be Bengals and Eagles.
Chiefs. I say Chiefs.
All right.
Whole way.
Now, if my prediction's correct, I think this Burrow's year. I think that SOB's do it.
I think the Chiefs defense is going to give him hell.
Give him a problem.
They're too experienced, man. You got the Chiefs who have bowls up under their belt. Patrick Mahomes, where they are athletically sound. One of the most athletically sound teams of the league. So, I think the Chiefs will win.
Chiefs will win.
Yeah. Chiefs will win.
But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters, and let's be honest about this, and you got to be 100% honest with me and yourself and everyone out there. At the end of the day, we have 6 Super Bowls, and you have 5.
Yeah, we do. You have 6.
And that's hey.
It's only a few teams that can say that.
Let's also remember this. We were the first team in the NFL to have 6. Yeah, the Patriots did it. But we were the first team in the NFL to have 6, and then the Patriots caught up. You guys, on the other hand, or San Fran has a chance to tie it up with the 6 this year. So you guys had a chance, but you.
Yeah, and I think Pittsburgh is like one of the oldest teams too, because they probably had the first Super Bowl probably because Jesus played for them. Shit, I think they might have. You might be right because
not Jesus.
Moses was the quarterback. You know what I mean?
So Yahweh was on the team, huh?
Right. The disciples were the defensive coordinators. So I mean, you might be right, and you're probably one of the only teams that can say that to us. A lot of teams can't chest up to us like that.
They can't.
The Houston Texans, man, my brother-in-law always we go back and forth. I was like, two franchises.
Not even a conversation.
Not even a conversation. You know what I mean?
It's not. Yeah. At least we have 2 respectable
I
franchises.
could just hear hate coming out the hate. It's just a lot of hate.
That's
all it is.
That's not even a respectable argument. You just let that go. That's like when JJ brings up the Falcons. I just look at him like, the Falcons?
Right.
What are we talking about here?
Right.
Anyway, all right, so time's up. That's it for Dallas Cowboys and football talk. Next subject, let's talk about Gunna.
Whoa. So do you think what he did was snitching?
Okay, now I am talking from a perspective where I haven't actually done all my homework with all the details that's going on with the case. I'm looking from the, I'm being keeping it 100. I'm looking at blogs, I'm looking at posts, and that's where I'm getting all my information. I have not sat down and actually read in detail every aspect of the case. Now, the CEO of YSL recently came out and said he panicked. You panicked, you move
The
too
CEO
fast.
of YSL
Came out and said, one of the CEOs, I saw a post.
called like a co-founder.
Yeah, co-founder, something, not CEO. Yeah, you're
What
right.
was his name? You know?
I can't remember. I got to have to
Okay,
look it up
go
right
ahead,
now.
go ahead.
But he came out and he said, you know, the caption said he panicked. He panicked, right? And
Because he thought his name was going to be on the indictment.
That, and I feel like if you don't take the plea deal and take it to court, you face the maximum punishment, right? But if you take the plea deal, it's kind of like you're admitting it, but you're not, and they go easier on you, right? Pretty much how it works.
So if we get caught in a case, right? Let's say we get caught in a case, right?
Snitching.
And see, the thing that makes it snitching for me, like if you witnessed anything, we did anything criminal together, right. And the whole point of the DA is to prove that YSL is a gang, not a record label, a gang. If we're in court, it is him on film in court. Mr. Kitchens, is YSL a gang? Yes, ma'am. Did you witness any criminal activity? YSL? Yes, ma'am. That's snitching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, if
and I'm whether you panic or not, whether he wasn't going to get a lot of time anyway. He was not named as he was named as the second man in charge, but there was no way to prove he was the second man in charge. He's not on wiretaps. He's not on, he's not in any of that. So Thug, they're proving that he is the kingpin, right? So Gunna was looking at maybe 5 years tops.
Really?
Tops, maybe. So if you get up there, they're trying to prove, as my friend who took you out of your situation, like I think he owes Thug their loyalty. You know what I'm saying? I took you out of a situation. Like YSL, you wouldn't be who Gunna is without YSL. So if I'm fighting for my life, they trying to lock me up. They trying to give me football numbers. If I'm fighting for my life, why would you get up here and say, if we trying to prove to them that we're a label, not a gang, why would you say gang?
Oh, and that's why when he got out, he put out the post and said YSL the label.
YSL the label.
Say, I'm just supporting that it's a label.
But you was just in court, bro, and that's and that wasn't the first time. You can't tell me who have been in legal trouble before.
Oh, you know what I was getting ready to say. I want everyone who watching this to understand that Kodak is speaking from experience.
I'm speaking from personal experience.
I don't have as much, so I'm kind of like falling back a little bit. I'm kind of like letting you take the lead on this because you have a little more experience with this.
I do. So if where was I? Oh, if I'm trying to prove it in court, and you're in court saying that we're a gang, I'm fucked. You just fucked me.
Right. My case is fucked.
My case is fucked. So and then they had the cold part to this case is, I think they're going to have to like, it's going to be either a hung jury, or it's going to be a conflict of interest, because one of the co-CEOs, YSL Mundo, did an interview where he was saying the DA, who's the prosecuting DA right now, used to be his defense attorney in 2018. And she opened her own private practice. So she knew that with all the inside information, and then she did not indict him. Because if she did, then there would be a conflict of interest.
So she left him out.
She left him out of the whole indictment.
That's the dude that be online, but he ain't locked up.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she used to, and then there's rumor around Atlanta that she used to mess with like dudes in that life. You know what I'm saying? So
she like the bad boys.
Bro, if anything comes out that any information he gave her, she's using now, conflicts of interest, whole case falls apart.
Thrown out.
Because she can't, that's a conflict of interest.
Right.
They're on tape, as she's on tape as his defense attorney in 2018. And he was YSL. Then YSL was a label then.
Yo, I saw a video today of Thugger in court. You see him with his head down, like he's got his head on the table like this, bro.
Right.
He's going through it. Like he's
going through it, bro.
Tired. He's
and
tired.
Just imagine if you're going through all of this, and then your fucking homeboy comes up to you in court, in front of cameras, and hands you a Percocet.
Hey, okay, so we discussed this on the air because I brought up the theory I said, is his addiction so bad that he asked his homie to do that because he can't get him in jail? Where he said, yo, man, like, so make sure it daps me up in court and gives me a pill because
he should plead insanity then. Then he should just plead insanity, bro, because that's crazy.
In the middle of court?
In the middle of court, bro.
Crazy.
Oh, you crazy?
Dude had weed on him. He had something else on him.
He had weed, he had tobacco, and he had pills.
And
in a spice can.
In a spice can to try to cover the smell.
To cover the smell. And then his mom got hemmed up.
His mom too?
His mom got hemmed up too, because she brought him the shit. Bro, look.
Between you and me, do you think Thugger requested that?
No.
No.
I don't think he's that stupid.
Him on his own.
Okay, let's say he did.
Let me bring Thugger some. Like, why is he?
Let's say that. Let's entertain that Thugger.
Yeah, hypothetically.
Requested it. Let's say he requested it. Why in the hell would you give it to me in the courtroom, brother? In the courtroom?
Like right in front of the guards.
In front of the bailiffs, in front of it's security everywhere. The judge, everybody. I hope the jury, there's another angle, bro. I hope the jury wasn't there, because then they're having a hard time picking the jury too now. So
yeah, I heard that.
If the jury's in there, then their whole shit is tainted also.
I couldn't believe I saw that video.
Jury?
I couldn't believe I saw that in the court.
So do you get a hung jury?
You could.
You could.
You could.
It's a lot of bullshit. It's a lot of, but I would take that as a win for me, as Thugger, because these are already the things they got him saying on recordings. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember this started off with a recording saying, y'all ain't killed them niggas yet? Y'all getting soft. Remember this started out with that.
That's what started.
And that's him saying that on the phone, so you can't really, you can't dispute it.
It's hard to dodge that, right? That's hard.
It's hard to dodge that.
That's you
saying. But I think with this DA being one of his co-founders of YSL, being his defense attorney, and then with this, with the jury, because if that jury was in that courtroom when he passed him, because this is the third thing that's done happened as far as contraband in the courtroom.
What was the other two?
His other two, you have to look them up. I can't remember all the time. But this is the third. Even the judge said it. The judge said it the other day. This is the third time that we've had some come through this courtroom contraband wise.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yo, hypothetically though, again, I'm not saying this is true. His addiction to perks could be that bad.
It could be that bad.
And he can't get them in there. He's like, yo, I need. And Dee Dee made a joke. She was like, listen, when you're locked up in jail, the least thing you want to do is be high. You know what I mean?
No, that's actually the opposite.
The opposite?
Yeah, because when you got to think about it, Percocet is one of those drugs where your body, after you do it for so long, your body needs it. So once you get into jail where you don't have it, man, them first fucking couple of weeks, you're going through withdrawal. Your body needs it, so you're shitting, you're throwing up, you're doing everything. Like all that. I've been in jail with people in the cell, bro, and they just toilet. Wow. Then they had to give them all kinds of liquid shit because they can't hold down food. You can't. So I don't think he's still going through it that much this far in the trial, because this been going on for about a year now. Right?
Yeah. It's about, I want to say about a year.
About a year now. So, bro, he's going through it. I know he's going through it, but the first thing I would have done, my partner come up to me and I look back and he got the
I would have been like this.
Hey, yeah.
What you doing? We're like, hey, bro, did you wash your hands? Get out of here. Yeah, my thing is and then the bailiff, like, he comes right over. He literally come straight. And then and then it was funny because we played the audio of the lawyer. The lawyer's like, my client had nothing to do with that interaction, that transaction. He did not plan it. He did not ask for it. But I mean,
I'd be so mad. I would be so mad.
First off, the balls to even attempt to pull that off. The audacity to think that you're gonna get away with it in the middle of court. Because from the video, it seems like he just gets up, kind of interrupts what's going on. Like does something on the wall, like the light switch or something, and then just goes over and tries to dap him up. And Thug is like,
bro, don't even dap him up. He did not dap him up.
Didn't he? I swear, Thug.
He looked, he slid, it just slid down. Just, oop. Bro, not even a dap up. I gotta go back
and watch it. I gotta go back.
Not even a dap up, bro. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like I said, at this point, man, you should just plead insanity.
Okay, and let me touch on this real quick. And here's my issue with Gunna slightly, okay? Now, in the hip-hop community, in the places we grow up, we have this facade, right? We have this idea where we're all tough, we're all willing to kill, we're all murderers, we're all cold-blooded, we're all these people that will, you know, we'll do whatever it takes, you know what I'm saying? Run up in there, blah, 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 all that shit talk. Right?
I call it insecurities.
It is. And a lot, you know, I said this the other day. I was like, a person that could kill 5-6 people and go home and lay down and sleep like a baby, that's a sociopath. That's a sociopath. Fucking maniac, cuz.
Right.
So you're telling me the hood's full of maniacs? We're all maniacs? So we can go from making a song to go killing a family and then just go back to normal?
Making a song.
Yeah, but we paint this picture where that's what, you know, that's what's cool. That's what's hard, you know, being able to, you know, that's how we do it. Like, yeah, I'm a street. I'm from the streets. I can kill people and just go straight to sleep. I don't know if I want to hang out with a person that's able to kill people and go straight to sleep.
Yeah, I'm not that gangster.
No,
I'm about protecting mine. Right. I'm about protecting me and mine.
Somebody run up on you.
Yeah. I'm with that. But I don't want to kill nobody and I don't want to die.
All right. So Gunna, his persona was people have been playing clips of his songs where he's like, even if I'm locked up, I wouldn't tell, or they could put the cuffs on me. I ain't saying shit. You know what I mean? So people
saying shit.
That's your persona, right? That, like, for instance, like if a self-conscious rapper did what Gunna did, I don't think people would be as hard on them because, like, I never professed to be a gangster. I didn't profess to be built for jail. I didn't profess to, you know what I'm saying? But you're professing this life. This is who you are. You're the streets. You're this. You don't snitch. You ride or die. You live by the code. And
right.
As soon as shit hit the fan, you taking the plea deal. And because Keita Rose. And on the show asked him one day, she was like, well, you know, why can't people just, you know, let him, he didn't want to go to jail. Like, what's the big deal? And I'm like, the big deal is this is who you claim to be. You claim to be this certain way and you did the complete opposite.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say Gunna is that type because no. Now, music-wise, you can say, man,
I don't know. I don't actually know Gunna. I never met him, never interviewed him. I'm talking about his music.
I've never met him, but I just know he has a Crime Stoppers video where he's kind of like saying, kind of almost snitching.
Call this number.
Right. Well, no, he's actually on the news saying about somebody that telling on a dude that his cousin got locked up instead of the guy that actually shot him, but he's actually telling on the guy that shot him. Like, you know what I mean? That's
very comfortable on the news, just talking.
He's comfortable on the news, talking about it, saying who it was, what they were wearing. Yeah, he's basically snitching. So, to me, I just don't. You know, he wouldn't have been nowhere around me doing any kind of dirt.
So you're, and if you say it like that, then the YSL people should take some accountability for allowing somebody like that into their camp who wasn't
just like the 9 trade gangsters. The 9 trades should take accountability for allowing somebody to even come in and then represent them the way he was when he's not that. Like he's not that. You know what I mean? So I've been around several where, you know, I'm probably the squarest one in my crew, you know what I mean? But you know, I had those moments where I'll get down, but I was probably the squarest one in my crew. But
I used to get out of the car. I used to get out.
I wasn't gonna do. It just wasn't gonna happen.
They're like, hey, we about to do this. I'll be like, yo, drop me off at the crib, cuz.
It was certain things I wasn't gonna be around because I don't even want to fail a lie to take the test. You know what I'm saying? So it's best to just, you know what I'm saying? They put me on a lie to take the test. I don't even want to fail it. So I don't know nothing about it. Don't tell me, bro. Don't tell me.
I'm not your ride or die today.
I'm a ride or die. I'm a ride or die, but I'm a ride or die.
Like to a certain degree, but if you're
like, I'm involved in.
If you tell me, hey, I'm gonna go rob a bank, I'm not your ride or die.
I'm not your ride or die. I'm not riding with you.
Now, if you say, hey, let's go to the club and talk to some girls, I'm your ride or die. But you say, hey, man, I'm about to go fight this dude. Just have my back just in case. I'm your ride or die. You know what I'm saying? But if you're like, yo, man, I'm about to go shoot up this crib, I'm not your ride or die. I'm not,
especially if it's off impulse. If we're not gonna make a plan, you know, if we're not gonna plan something, I'm your.
Fucking like a true ex-criminal.
I don't want to do shit off of. We need a plan, man. I'm not that kind of guy. You know, I don't want to go rob the local drug dealer. I want to plan to. If I'm gonna rob something, it's gonna be worth it because the reward is gonna be worth more than the risk. You know, the reward has to be more than the risk. You know what I mean? So, I'm just not that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You feel that his career rap wise is done.
No,
there's no coming back from.
No, it is definitely the lane for. Look at 6ix9ine. He's still streaming. He's still the 3rd top streaming artist in the world.
But a certain crowd still follows him, right? He's got like this lane. I just feel like Gunna's lane is done. He's done. He's done in the hood.
It's a different kind of gangster these days, bro. The dudes that's catching bodies is the ones that's snitching. It's a different kind of gangster these days, bro. The times have changed. The times
you think he can actually drop another song here in the near future, and it could do well?
Hey, they still playing his. He's still doing numbers on the radio.
For sure, because radio doesn't really care if he's a snitch or not.
But the radio,
the streets, the clubs, other rappers. Meek Mill unfollowed him. Lil Durk unfollowed him. Who else unfollowed him? Shoot, I can't remember. Meek, Lil Durk, somebody else unfollowed him.
Hey. These are different kind of young people today, bro. They are not the young people that, you read it. They'll talk about it. But if you come out with a hot song, if they can get one person to back you up, these young people don't care about that snitching shit, man. I'm on Clubhouse damn near every day in big rooms. And bro, when I say people come up on the stage and have to ask what snitching is, like he didn't really. I mean, I've seen people twist themselves into pretzels
trying to explain what
snitching is, bro.
To me, it's the simplest thing though. If I'm involved in it and I tell to save my ass, that's snitching. If I'm not involved and I witness 2 men shooting each other and a little girl or an innocent bystander gets killed because of y'all shooting, and I say
that's not snitching.
Guy, that's not snitching.
That's
I'm
a civilian.
Involved. I'm a civilian. Exactly.
Civilian. You're civilian. Exactly. Right. If we ride in the car and you don't tell me nothing, we get in your car, you don't tell me it's shit under my seat, and we get stopped by the police, and then when the police come, they find all this shit under my seat, and you don't say, that's me. You know what I mean?
If you try to let me say,
if I say, well, nah, that ain't mine, and you say, well, nah, that ain't mine either, and we both go down, then you ain't fucking with me like that. Like you don't fuck with me like that. So that's not to me. That's not snitching. Most people will say, well, you don't say nothing, and then you just ride it out. Whew,
that's crazy. Give me a heads up.
Yeah, you got to give me a heads up, bro.
Get a heads up.
Yeah, don't put me in a situation like that.
That's a really, I never thought about it like that. Because if you give me a heads up, then you're like, nah, that ain't mine. Motherfucker, whose name is this car under?
Right.
Who the fuck you talking about? You got to pick me up and take me to the store, and I got to do 30 years?
So what, you set me up? You set me up.
Right.
Yeah. And you know, I'm not a big Charleston White fan, but he makes points.
Sometimes.
Yeah, he makes points that I can't refute sometimes. You know what I'm saying? He makes points. Sure. You know, like if you really fuck with me, you wouldn't put me in those kind of positions. I'm just not gonna put, like, my wife is not gonna be in a position. My homeboy, I'm not gonna put you in a position to have to, if it's mine, it's mine, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, go ahead. put some money on my books. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna put you in a position to have to go down to the precinct and prove that it ain't yours, or for me to have to prove that it ain't yours in order to save my ass. Nah, I wouldn't do you like that.
Yeah, knowing damn well you not telling me this kind of thing, that putting me in that position and not giving me a heads up, like, hey,
right.
Listen,
Hey, I got some shit in there.
I got a body in the trunk. Got a couple kilos under the seat. You sure you want to ride to the store?
Right. And if you do, hold this gun.
Right. Now listen, if we get pulled over, I need you to say it was
that's a throwaway.
yours.
The bodies is on that gun that I'm giving you. That's a throwaway. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, fuck out of here. And I do agree with you. Sometimes we have a misconception of what snitching is. And you know, we grow up in environments where we're don't snitch. You can't go around living knowing a child got killed and I saw who did it, and I you know, that my conscience, the guilt, that's why, like, you know, you about to do some dirt, tell me so I can leave. I'm gonna go real far away.
Yeah, if we doing you know, we doing crime together and we get caught, then I'm just gonna keep my mouth closed and take what I need to, you know, take. But other than that, man, you know, no, I just can't. I can't do it.
Let's wrap it up with the Gunna. Is he wrong for what he did?
Yes.
He's wrong.
Yes.
And it is snitching.
Yeah, especially the persona you put up, the you know, the affiliation you have, the loyalty you're supposed to show to Thug, somebody that brought you out of that. If you look, the first thing you were supposed to do was distance yourself. You know, I think he owes him that much just to, you know, I think Thug will respect him a lot more if you would have said, hey, look, if it got anything, if it ain't nothing but business, if it's other than business, just leave me out of it, because I don't want to, you know, I'm trying to do the strictly rap thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not built for anything else other than being an artist on YSL. Don't involve me in anything else.
If you were there with some criminal activity was going on and you was smiling and joking and you know what I'm saying, and enjoying it, then you take that lick. You know what I mean? Especially, you know, you weren't looking at a lot of time. They ain't put you as a kingpin. They put you as a second person. You know why they put you as a second person? Because you're the most lucrative one. You know, you're the second lucrative one in that label.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So you're the second face of that label. So, you know what I'm saying? Get you some good lawyers. You got a lot of money. You cool. Get you some good lawyers. Get them to drop those charges down. Fight it out with your dog. Yeah, ride it out with your dog, man. Don't throw them, because now you forcing everybody to take a plea. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Those two other guys didn't. They didn't take the plea deals. And then there are some other ones that took pleas. He's not the only one.
Right. Yeah. Right. It's 8 in total, I think.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you know, I always say this, man, like, when you facing a lot of time, man, people, they're gonna save their own skin, bro. All that loyalty, I ride or die, man. I'm your man. I don't snitch. I don't do none of that shit. So they looking at you and you're like, yo, 30 years, 40 years. You're like, okay, so listen. On the 15th of February,
I know it firsthand, my brother.
I got a call. Right, exactly. So you know it. All right, so let's move on to the last subject. Let's talk about the homie Blueface. Whole lot to talk about. We could sit here and talk about his relationship with Crisean, but instead, let's talk about academics. Can you read what academics recently said about Blueface for me?
He said, I got 5,000 per nigga who fuck Blueface girl, who down to get on Twitch stream breaking it down how it happened. DNA test included. Fuck Mari, Big Ack finna do paternity test for that broke ass nigga Blueface. I'm pledging 50,000 for this effort. Who got Blueface girl pregnant? So that's how it started.
It started with that one. I thought he had said something else. Something like
it started with Ack saying he was, you know, broke. With Ack saying Blue was broke. So, you know, is he? That's an opinion. You know what I mean? You don't know. Ack don't know what's in that man's bank account. You know what I mean? But for him to he barking up the wrong tree. Academics ain't built like that, dog.
But you know what? He doesn't pretend to be either. Like, Ack will tell you real quick, I'm not a gangster. Like, he's had beef with other rappers before, and he's real quick to say, like, listen, don't come at me like that. I'm not even built like that, right? Now, he does talk shit, and he knows how to ruffle feathers.
He called Lil Baby out to a fade.
He did. Well, yeah, he thinks he can fight him hand to hand. Right. I remember his beef with Meek Mills. Like, you know, he's had his share of beefs because, and I think strategically, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to get hits. He knows how to get mentions. He says the right things, and he's really outspoken with certain things, and this is what gets him in certain situations. But this was disrespectful. Now, Blueface was the one who said it, that Crisean has slept with like 10 men and it's not his baby. He's the one that threw that
that's
out
not
there.
News. Yeah, that's not news. That's not something he can't speak on because he's the one that said it.
Exactly.
But I guess it was a money kind of argument that they had, that they was trying to get.
So did Blueface respond?
Yeah. Let me see. He was saying that, one response that he has way more money than Ack. Blueface said that he was ducking him. You want to fight Lil Baby, but I'm taking that challenge. Let's fight for 50,000. You know what I mean? So Ack has danced around that. He's danced around that fade, but he started mentioning he said you need to fight the 10 niggas that got your bitch pregnant and shit like that. So it's crazy, man. It would be it would break the internet. I think that would be some people that, hood people would definitely pay to see.
Blueface has stepped in the ring before. Remember, he had that celebrity fight where he beat up that, I can't remember. I think it was a podcast hands. Or you. Yeah. He definitely got hands. He'd definitely be fighting.
Yeah.
He definitely wants that smoke. But I do feel like, so did you hear the new song with Blueface and Crisean? They got a new song.
No.
Yeah, they got a new song. I heard it in the studio yesterday.
So do you think they're doing this because all publicity is good publicity?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, except for in your world.
I mean, your world is it just depends. Like, because a lot of people are saying like musically he's done, right? And him being with Crisean, he keeps her around just to get hits. She's claiming like, I'm the real breadwinner now. People are drawn to me, not necessarily you. The show's doing pretty well because they're just super toxic, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying?
Super toxic.
Super toxic. And now her announcing that she's pregnant, him coming out right away saying it's not mine, so on and so forth. In some ways, I think that Blueface, not that he wants to be disrespected by the academics, but he welcomes this publicity.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you're moving,
the large platform.
For sure. And if your music's not moving or popping, any way you can stay in the public, any way you can stay on these blogs, any way you can stay relevant, right, is a plus. Even if good or bad publicity, at that point, it's a plus.
Right. Did you see the No Jumper interview that they had?
Yeah. When she got escorted out. God. That was sad, yo. That was a little bit sad. I felt. It was. But is like I said, it seems like sometimes he sets her up to explode. Because he remains real calm usually. He's like, nah, man, chill. She don't need that. You know what I mean? While she's over there like blah, 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 flipping out.
Crazy, yeah. And
that generates views. That generates clicks. That generates, this and that. So, and again, I think academics kind of like pointed something out that we all, like he said it himself about the people. But I don't think Blueface necessarily said to himself, oh, fuck this. This is terrible. Like, it was more like, all right, good. Some popular blogger podcasters talking shit. This is just helping my,
because they got a show on Zeus. So
Crazy in Love.
Yeah. So
I mean, we talk about it all the time. We're steady talking about them, playing clips. He's fighting her dad. There's a clip of Crisean right now where she was at an award show and she punches like her ex-stylist or something. Yeah, she like, you see her like reach over, bow, and she's like this. I told you.
Yeah, she used to play football, so
I've seen her. She was an athlete. She's an athlete, bro.
Yeah, she's an athlete.
She was dope. Like I've seen some of her clips. Like she's definitely like was a athletic. Still is, but
she scares me.
A bit. I ain't gonna lie, a bit.
Scares me, man. He's tougher than me to handle that. It's a lot going on there.
But I think in some ways he's also toxic too, and it works for him. Like it works. I mean, two toxic people. I get it. I understand people like, oh, they need to break up, and I'm like, who wants that?
Right.
What you mean break up? Who wants to? You know what I'm saying? Like, you want that? And for a woman, you want that? You want, so I'm not trying to judge another person's relationship. We all got our issues, but those two are
horribly toxic.
Yeah, that's a pretty toxic
Horribly
situation.
toxic.
But
it's a sad thing sometimes, and I think it's taken away from his. Do
you like him as an artist? Are you a fan?
Not really. He's not my type of music. You know what I mean? Not my type of music. I don't knock his hustle. I be in rooms. Like I said, I be on Clubhouse a lot. So one of our rooms is shout out to the Cloud Monsters. It's a 100 room. So his manager Wack100 has rooms on.
And Wack, he recently said that she's a distraction to him.
And yeah, for sure. He stands on that. You know what I mean? They didn't get along in the beginning when she first came around because of that reason, because of who she is. And then, I think he's warmed up to her a little bit with Blue just saying, "Hey, this is my girl." You know what I mean?
And he'll say he loves her. Like Blue will admit, he's like, "I love her. I love her."
So I think Wack, out of respect for him as not only his artist, but as, it's like a little brother type of deal. So out of respect for him, and I think they came a little closer when he got arrested in Las Vegas for the attempted murder deal. So I think they became a little closer. And I think Wack kind of, he kind of tries to steer him, in a right direction. Even with that, he was like, okay, well, let me work with this toxic situation. Even though we've lost so many millions of dollars because of this toxic situation. Because a lot of people, man, at the end of the day, a lot of, it's only so much you're going to reach a ceiling you're going to hit with the toxic shit.
Eventually it gets old. Yes.
It gets old. And then people, it's clickbait for now, but it's only so far you're going to hit a ceiling. So I think Wack thinks above that ceiling.
He's looking past that point. Yeah. What are you going to do after this dies out? Yeah.
Right. Where people in that building are like, I'm not fucking with that. We don't want to fuck with that.
We're not pushing this next single.
No.
Yeah.
Zeus.
And he also, he also said that he thinks him just having a girlfriend, period, just being in it hurts his
image. It hurts his image. Yeah. Because, rapper, girl from being faithful to.
He used to have a house full of women. Remember, they used to fight back in the day. Like he used to have a house full of girls that would fight and stuff like that. So now it's like, he's with her so much, and she will beat anybody up, or at least attempt it. Yes, there ain't too many girls. I think like women out here are scared of her. She is. She's frightening a little bit. I'd be like, God damn, Crisean, you don't fuck around, girl.
No, not at all. Not at all. They did a little interview with this little cat that I don't know. I guess he just lives like a podcast from his house.
Yeah, when she started fucking his shit up,
he was like,
"Help me!" Oh, for real? Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah. He looked. Yeah, no, she's.
God bless her.
God bless Blueface and her and both of them. And
I hope that she says she's pregnant. I hope it's not 2 times. Because they were saying they heard 2 heartbeats and she was like wanting twins, and I was like,
oh damn.
God.
Now, we'll wrap it up after this. I do feel that the whole baby situation, having a baby doesn't necessarily change you automatically, but I have seen
it can slow you down.
Slow you down and it may help you make better decisions, like change you, right? It can help people sometimes, not all the time though. Because if you're, I don't know, if you don't want to change, you're not going to change even if you have kids or not, right?
Not at all.
Not all parents are great parents.
Not at all.
So we'll see what happens.
Boy, do I know! I'm speaking from experience.
Yeah, that too.
Once again, I'm speaking from experience.
All right, well, that's a wrap. 3 dope topics. It's your boy Jay Cruz. Got my man Kodak.
Hey, Kodak, man.
Effing Around podcast is officially back. It took a while, but this was fun. I enjoyed it, my brother.
I did too. What's next? What's next for you? What you got going?
You try to get a nap. I've been up all morning. Get up at 3. I did the CW today. I had to do my TV segment. Right. It was important for me to squeeze this in today and knock this out.
Maybe we'll get I can get Wack in on one of these interviews one time when we do a show. try to get him in here, man. You know, like shout out to the whole Clubhouse people, man. I know we get
and shout out to you, because I know you've been really doing your thing on Clubhouse.
I really been, man, and I have fun, man. It's a lot of good people on there. It's a lot of people that stand for something, but then it's a lot of bullshit too. But that's the element to anything.
I mean, that's the element of a lot of platforms where people can get on there and have an opinion. And you know, most of us aren't experts. We don't have all the facts of what we talk about. Sometimes even on this show, somebody might go through what we talked about and be like, well, y'all was wrong about this, y'all was wrong about that, y'all was wrong about this. So I'm gonna state this right now. It's called the Effing Around Podcast because we are just
effing around.
Effing around.
That's all the thing we're doing.
It's my opinion.
Fucking around.
Yeah, it's just my opinion on things. And yes, I might not have all the details. And next time we do the next podcast, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Let me correct myself because I said this and I found out this.
Hey, no one has all the right answers. You know what I'm saying? We just effing around, man. So
that's right.
We'll see y'all the next time. You know, make sure you click that like button, click that subscribe button, man. You know, we grow when y'all help us grow.
We do. So. That's what we do. All right, y'all. We out. We cruising.